I used to have a big mane of hair. It was untamed and poofed out, and glorious, if I do say so myself. But my hair was always a topic of discussion and ridicule from my elders. And there was no one complaint, really. The reasons for disliking my hairdo were astonishingly varied for something so trivial. My mom would complain that there was this big ball of poof on the top of my head. And now that I've started cutting it short, I have to style and manage this ball daily. My aunt would say that it didn't look presentable. Presentable to who, I would think. It seemed awfully stressful and backwards to have to put on airs, with the family at Thanksgiving dinner. My favorite complaint was probably my dad's, and this would mainly come this summertime. He would say just looking at it made him feel hot, which is probably fair because it did get awfully hot. Though the strangest complaint I got was from an elder at my church when I was probably in 8th grade. They said, "Your hair looks pretty," and at this time my hair was at its wildest, with frantic locks and twists throughout, and I half-heartedly forced out a "thank you," and she responded, "No, only girls' hairs should be pretty." I don't know what to make of that, and I really don't know what to make of all of this now. I miss my old mane. It made me comfortable. It was one of my few items of vanity. Now that I've started cutting it shorter, I have to worry about styling it every day, or I'll worry about how I look throughout the day. I miss the freedom my hair used to get me. I didn't have to stand in front of a mirror when I woke up with a brush and some sticky cosmetic product. I miss being able to just roll out of bed and not care how I look, or care what people would really think about me. And also, it was really fun to be able to shake my head to music I liked and feel the spazzy locks move with the tune. Why did people care so much? I think the answer to that is probably just as varied as those complaints. I do think they genuinely cared. They knew how people felt about untamed hair and looks, and they didn't want me to face that kind of judgment. But also, I think they didn't want to be judged in association with some person who didn't fit, this societal mold. And while that's a very flawed way of going about life, I do understand where they're coming from. Or at least I'm trying to. Aside from the rare comment from someone my own age, these complaints and opinions mainly came from my elders. And this is where I think the most complicated reason for the complaints lies, and when it's one that's probably subconscious. I don't think that a lot of older people like seeing a young person be carefree. They themselves have to fit this image in their day-to-day lives now that they have careers and such. I mean, they've gone through 40 plus years of being told to step in line. And when they see this young person frolicking in their youthfulness, they also see an animalistic deviation that a part of them wants back. This isn't about my vanity or theirs. It's society's vanity. A vanity that's been created from a lifeless cycle of expectations. Or at least that's how I see it. Anyway, I'm growing my mane back, if it's at least just to relish in my deviations while I still can.